Downsizing Diva, and I'm here to stay. Feeling good, taking my GLP-1 meds. One whole year, wiped away my fears. Done 60 pounds, but that's no all. I kept on going even through the snow. My A1C went down. I still have work to do. Just when you thought I was done, my high blood pressure went down too. Feeling good, taking my Diva, baby, weigh one less. I have a great story to tell. I'm on the road to lose 100 pounds. Can I do it in 2025? Guess I can. Downsizing Diva, and I'm here to stay. Feeling good, taking my GLP-1 meds.
My mic is supposed to pop back on, but it did not. Hello, and welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday. How are you guys? Oh my goodness. I feel like it's been so long since I was on here. A whole week is a long time to wait. Jeez Louise. So, you know what? I've been just overwhelmed with talking about the side effects of it all. And I'm one of those people that I don't have a lot of side effects, but the subscribers and the people that follow me do. So I've been talking about that a lot and just getting a lot of good information, getting a lot of good feedback, a lot of good comments, a couple of emails. So I appreciate that. So I thought tonight we will talk about some of these weird side effects and just any side effects you're having, and not just talk about it, but what are some things that we can do about it? And I kind of know what research says that we should do, but I also like to talk to the people that's doing these things right in real time. So we're going to talk about some of these things tonight, and then whatever you want to talk about, it can, sway towards something else. Of course, I have a couple of activities, interactive things for us to do, but I'm just excited. It's Wednesday. That means Friday is near, and then it's the weekend. So let's see who we have in our chat tonight. We got the Male to the B. Hey, Male, how are you? Male to the B. That profile pic is different. Look at you. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get on my Inspector Gadget glasses so I can really check this out. Dun 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 dun. Oh, super cute. Male to the B. You are a cutie patootie. Oh my gosh, I love a good profile pic switch up. All right, Mel. She says like and share the live stream as you enter, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And Mel, now that you say that, I was just looking I was in my YouTube studio, and I like to answer my comments in there because I don't have to go from video to video. I can do all of them in one swoop. And so I was looking in the comments, and I had to go back and respond to somebody. And I saw that I have 4,000. How much is it? Jeez Louise. 4,000. Let me refresh. So I have 4,000. I thought it was close to 5,000. This is why I'm bringing it up. I got 4,800. Now, don't you unsubscribe so that 800 can go to 799. But I have 4,800 subscribers. I thought that is so cool. I am close to the big 5K. So if you're out there watching, listening, and checking out the replay, don't forget to subscribe. So I thought that was so cool. So thanks, Mel, for the reminder. Mel says, oh, this is important. If you're reading this chat message, then you're in the mobile adapted chat. Please join the standard chat. These chats are just, sometimes they can be confusing. Thank you for that. So thank you, Mel. Mel is coming in here doing her thing. Okay, here we go. I say hello to Melly Mel. I was up in here. Miss Brenda, how are you? How are you doing? She says, hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Mel. Brenda, you have a picture with your son on Instagram, and he is so handsome. I mean, geez, Louise. I was like, this is a nice-looking man and his nice-looking mom. How about that? So great picture. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, Mel says, I am blessed and highly favored. Yes. Oh, Mel, you and those gorgeous jeans. And I say jeans like, genes you inherited from your parents. And you're just a beauty, a true beauty. I love that. Love that for you, Mel. I love that for you. And how are you? How are you? She says, hey, divas and divos. Oh my gosh. So, Mel, I'm going to mention your profile pic throughout the night because you haven't changed in a long time. So every time I see it, I'm going to talk about it. Well, not every time, but every time it like kicks in for me. Wait a minute, hold up. We got Brown Mound of Zepbound. So Brown Mound, I was listening in back and forth. You know, I've just been busy because my daughter's on spring break now. I'm gonna talk about that on my update. I'm gonna do an update Round Mound on Sunday, a weight loss update, a doctor visit update, my spring break for my daughter update. So anyway, I was listening in and doing some things in the background, but your interview on Monday with TT, I think isn't his name TT, Positive T? I saw people calling him, I hear people calling him TT. So yeah, so I thought that was a neat interview. So that's pretty cool. I love that. Keep those interviews coming. It's nice to see the men out there. I love that. So Ramon says he's doing well. Sweet Bee, how are you? Good evening, everybody. Says Sweet Bee, how are you? My sweet friend, geez, Louise. Chi Chi, how are you? She says, hello, everybody. How are you doing? Paula, how are you, Paula? Now, Paula, it's a topic I've been saving just for you, but I thought you couldn't come on Wednesday. So you got to email me. I'm going to email you. So we got to talk about it because I want to talk about this topic. And I've been waiting just because I've been waiting for you to be in here. So, and I don't have to do it. It's not like, you know, ASAP, but I do want to get it done. So don't say what it is if you know what I'm talking about. But it's a good topic and I want to talk about it. Let's see who else is in here. Let's see. Wait a second. The real MVP. How are you? She says, hey, Dee and Diva fam. How are you? Now, people out there watching on the replay, you got to come up in the chat so I can say hello to you too. Wait a minute. We got Tanya Thompson. How are you? She says, listening while at work. Okay, let me actually calm it down a bit. Doses of Shawnee. How are you? How are you? Doses of Shawnee. I watched your interview. Some of it with Paul. I love that. Very good. I'm glad you're out there and about. You are doing it and doing it and doing it well. Doses of Shawnee, looking good. You guys have to go check her out on her channel as well. Let's see. Okay, who else? Am I missing, folks? Positive T. I was just talking about your interview. Great job at your interview. Jeez, Louise. Okay, Positive T. Who else do we have in here? I'm scrolling down. We got J to the C, JC Calamity Jane. I love saying Calamity Jane. She says, listening and doing some housework. I know that's right. You got to multitask. Wait a second. Anissa with the new profile pic. Anissa, you look like you're about some serious workout business. I can't see what your shirt says. Let me see. Let me get my little glasses on. I still can't see. I still can't see it. Oh, I love it though. Very good. All right, people are saying hello. Miss Rita, how are you? She says, hey, 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 everyone. Miss Rita, how are you? Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that's everybody. So if I missed you, charge it to my head, not my heart. Sometimes when you scroll down, it scrolls way too much. So sorry about that. All right, so before we get started, I just want to know what dose everybody is on, because I know people go up, people go down. You know, I've been busy with all things working. You guys know I'm headed to retirement at the end of the school year, right? So I'm wrapping things up. So I'm just going to be as busy as a bee. And then my daughter's on spring break now. But one of the things I am going to do is on Sunday, this is probably the same time I did it a couple of Sundays ago, I'm going to have a weight loss update. I'm going to have like just a life update. It's just some things going on. So I'm going to update people. And I said I was going to make a commitment to try to do the updates like once a month, just to keep people, you know, up on what's going on with the Downsizing Diva. And I am busy. One of the things I wanted to say too, that if you're in the stock club, we have a meeting on Thursday, which is tomorrow, right? Thursday's tomorrow at 6:30. So if you're in that stock club tomorrow at 6:30, tune in. And it's a private little group, so it's nowhere for the masses to go. But if you're in the group, you know where to go. So if you're interested in being the group, I'm gonna put the little QR code. You can click on it, see what it's about. I love all things stocks. If you know me, you know I'm all about it. So here we go. My stock club made simple. That's the QR code for it if you're interested. And then one more thing before we get started, this live is kind of based on a video I did. I got so many good comments on that video about the different side effects people were having. And so one of the reasons why I'm talking about this is because I get a lot of comments about the side effects. And, I do research on my channel when I'm getting this information. So I always tell people, if you want to argue with it, argue with Harvard, argue with Mayo Clinic, because that's where I'm getting my advice from. But that's just like, research, right? It's the real deal is what we got going on in here. So if you guys, whatever you are experiencing, that's what we want to talk about. And that's what we want to work on. And, I always say, talk to your doctor, get a doctor. If you go to I know some people are doing the telehealth, hopefully a doctor is included in that. And I don't mean just seeing your doctor like the first, time you get on the medication and then next year you see the doctor. I really think people should be, if you can, that's another story. But if you can, preventative health care is where it's at. And that's going every 3 months, no longer than 6 months, to see a doctor and get some sort of blood work and some sort of check-in. I mean, if you have good insurance, that's the standard. And if you don't have good insurance, then maybe work your way up to that some sort of way. And then if you have some, a telehealth company, inquire about that. How often are you allowed to see them? Once a year. I'm telling you, in my opinion, now I'm not a doctor and I don't pretend to be one, but I think a year is too long to wait. You know how many things could go wrong within a year with your health? And a lot of symptoms are silent symptoms. You don't know. And then I always say this, when you feel a symptom, it's already something going on, right? Because things have been cooking up probably for a longer time with a lot of things, not everything. And then I also want to say too, on my channel, I don't talk in absolutes either. Like, I'm not saying things like, I know I'm the end all be all. I'm telling you what I researched, my experience, because I'm not a doctor. So don't come after me thinking I'm telling you to do something that your doctor is. I always say, if I say the sky is green and my doctor said the sky is green, go check with your doctor to see if your doctor thinks the sky is green. Don't go with what me and my doctor says, because I am totally different than you. But I do believe in that preventative care. And if more health insurance companies were smarter and not so, into the money of it all, we'd all be getting that preventative care. And I do think people have preventative care and I shouldn't say I think, I know for a fact, because I have friends that have done it. They have preventative care and they don't go and they don't get the preventative care. So we want to be checking in with that doctor. I mean, every 3 months, really, hopefully you can have your labs taken. If not every 3 months, it should be 6 months. If somebody is telling you a year, I would say I would be looking for somebody different, because I think a year is too long to wait. Lots can happen in a year. So I said all that to say, because we're going to be talking about some things that work for people with their side effects. And I'm just saying, it's not absolute. It's not an end all be all, right? It's not. And then I also, I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God. I believe in Christ, so I have some of that mixed up in, I don't say I'm a type 2 diabetic. I say I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic. Now, people can get into the semantics and say, yes, you are. Once you are, you always are. I just, believe in my faith that I'm not going to claim that. Now, you guys can claim that for me, and that's okay. But I'm not claiming it. I'm fighting against it. And so that's just my thinking. So again, that's why I say talk to your doctor. Okay, so before we get started, let me just remind you, this video has I just think this video is so cool. Like some weird things going on with the GLP-1. And some of these side effects, I've had people tell me these things. I was kind of looking up some of the things that are going on with people. And, besides your dose, because people are telling me what dose they're on, I want you guys to let me know too, what side effects have you had, like that you would consider like not normal? Like, and when I say normal, like the average person having. So people might say, oh, that's weird. And, I was trying to think, have I had any that's considered weird? No, mine are kind of the basic ones, right? Constipation, what's another one I've had? Oh, the fatigue of it all. And I did have diarrhea, but I'm going to tell you, they say that 80% of the side effects are you have those because of the way you're eating or you're not eating the appropriate way. So, and a lot of people are getting these side effects based on what they eat, which I believe, that could be true for most people. I'm not saying absolutes in everybody, but for most people. And then another reason to talk about these side effects is because we have a lot of newbies starting these GLP-1s. And did you guys know the number one reason why people quit? You would think it would be because of money, but it's not. It's because of the side effects. People cannot take the side effects. And I have a friend who I've been talking to about starting Ozempic or Wegovy, and really she would be starting Mounjaro or Ozempic because she's she was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic. And one of the things she keeps telling me is, Shay, I'm afraid to do it because I am afraid to have constipation. And I keep telling her, you already have constipation. If you're not going to the restroom every time you eat, technically, I mean, we got some nurses. We got a nurse in the house. Like, you should be going, or a doctor. You can have a doctor in here. I should call my doctor friend. You should be going to the doctor every single day. I mean, not every single day, and every time you eat, the food should go right through you. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, when I was doing that, there's been different points in my life where I was, did the vegan lifestyle and, eating no meat, no dairy, nothing animal based. And when I was doing that, every time I ate, I went to the bathroom. Now, my daughter gave up meat for Lent. Now, people might say she's 8 or 9. She's 9. I say 8 or 9. She's 9. And I didn't tell her to do that. She chose that on her own. She says she's the pescatarian. But every time she eats now, she goes to the restroom. She wasn't always doing that. She was not always doing that. She would go once a day. Well, now every time she eats, she got to run to that bathroom. The food is just going right through her because it has a lot of fiber. The things that she's eating are full of fiber, and that's helping her to go a lot. So, there's something to that, right? What you eat and the side effects and all of that. So yeah, my friend is just convinced. But another thing is, she says she's not giving up fries. She's not giving up her dessert. She doesn't want to give up any of those things. And I think, we've talked about this a lot in our GLP-1 community about people, taking this medication and not really doing all the things. And I would say if you could do all the things at least 80% of the time, I mean, I'd even take 70%. But I think once you do it and you start and you could do it 80% of the time, that other 20%, you could have like occasional, in my opinion. I know some people are like, okay, I'm on here, I'm not doing any of that. And I think that's a great strategy too. You probably are going to get to your goal a lot faster doing it that way, I would suspect. But but for people who just need that little push, like some people, need that little extra, support to let them know, okay, you don't have to give up everything you love right away, just to kind of ease into it. So like Michael Jackson said, ease on down the road. Who said that? Was it Michael? Was it Diana Ross? I'm talking about the Wiz, if you know what I'm talking. Now I do love what's that original one called? Is it called The Red? What is that? My favorite daughter. Are you here? She's all into her iPad. She's not listening to a thing I say. Okay, so what's the name of that? You guys know. I'm asking her because she's a kid. This is one of her favorite shows. What is the name of that show with Dorothy and Toto? What's the name of it? Is it The Wizard of Oz? The Wizard of Oz. What am I thinking? Dorothy, Toto, the whole crew. Well, one of my favorites is the Diana Ross, Michael Jackson version of that, right? And so I just thought about that. Ease on down the road. So I'm trying to get this friend to ease on down the road. So when I am done recording this video, tonight, tomorrow, or maybe I'll do it on Friday, I'm going to send this video to her. So I am talking to you, friend. You know who I'm talking about. I'm going to send this to her. I'm going to send her this video with some weird side effects, because it's, even though you might be thinking, well, why are you going to send her that if she's so afraid of it? Because I just think she needs to be exposed to what could happen. But it's also, it's hope on the other side. So let's go to, Lord have mercy on our DD. I cannot think of The Wizard of Oz. All I can think, Mel, is a whiz. Oh, geez, Louise. Okay. You guys. Oh, okay. Okay. So let me see. Okay. Who do we have more people coming in here. Okay. So I think I see Grant. What's up, Grant? How are you? He's saying hello to the people. I see my twin. Bellflower. Bellflower. I see Journey of Life. How are you? Oh my goodness. I see the boss lady. How are you, boss lady? I see Bobby. How are you, Bobby? Let's see. I'm scrolling down. I don't know who else I see. Okay, so let's see. I think I already saw Doses of Shawnee. Okay, I said hi to her. Oh, my twin coming on in here. My two fabulous moderator extraordinaires. Okay, let's see. Okay, the Wiz, thank you. I knew I was gonna get it, Mel. Okay, so I didn't see too many people tell me their dose. I see a lot of 5. Okay, so Ange, you're in maintenance, aren't you? You're on 5 every 2 weeks. You've been in maintenance, yes, for 10 months. Jeez, Louise. We're gonna have a maintenance party once I get there. We're gonna have a party. We could actually have one now. Most of my inner circle are in maintenance, right? And I'm learning a lot of things from them. Now, I thought I saw the mayor of the town, Mayor Mindy. And am I wrong? I could have swore I saw Mayor Mindy. But if I didn't see Mayor Mindy, hi, Mayor Mindy. I thought I saw you, though. Okay. Hello, you made it to a live. Thank you for coming in. MM Cali, 57, no less. I'm glad I didn't say 67. My daughter be in here doing that 6-7. How are you? Thank you for coming to the live. Okay. So most of you, okay, I see a lot of 7.5s. I see the 7.5, 7.5. 7.5 was not my dose for some reason. Now 10 was where it was for me. Oh, I love 10 until I start having food noise. Once I start having food noise, it was over. Okay, so I want to know one more thing. What side effect have you guys had that you would consider weird? If you don't have a weird one, just tell us your most annoying one. And if you've never had a side effect, let us know that too. So what is the weirdest side effect you've ever experienced, or the most annoying one if you don't have a weird one? I don't really have one that would be considered weird. But my most annoying one, I would say, I think it could be constipation. That's pretty annoying, right? When I go, when I eat, I just want to go, and I want to go in peace to the restroom, that is. All right, so mine is constipation. Pat, what's up, Pat? How are you? So constipation, okay. All right, wait, geez, Louise, constipation. I'm trying to spell it right. Okay, constipation is mine. What is yours? What's your weirdest side effect? And so some of the ones that I talked about in my video was feeling cold, and that's why I do feel cold. That's why I have my jacket on. I think I'm also going to be talking about on my Sunday update the hormones of it all, because I also think that I'm getting treated for my hormones, and there's some things going on with that. I'm going to share it on Sunday. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be live Sunday at 7:30. And I just got a lot of beans to spill. And I got to talk about the hormones of it all. So cold is one of the things. But since I've been treating my hormones, I will say I haven't had the hot flashes like I was having. You know how I used to be on live and I got the lights, cameras, action, and I would be like, oh my goodness, I am so hot, like having a hot flash. Now, I haven't had as many. I think since I've started this treatment, I think I've probably had 2 that I could remember, and maybe just 1, but let's give it 2. Because, that's the one thing that just hasn't been affected. It totally fixed yet is this brain fog. And this could be the GLP-1, this could be the hormones, baby. It could be that I am a mom of a 9-year-old at 53. It could be any of those things. So I'm trying to target all the things to see what's going on with this brain fog. But I think it has to be that it has helped, because I was having like multiple hot flashes. And I'm now you can see I'm wearing a jacket with these hot lights. Like, we got it under control for right now. And let's see if I can make it through this live. All right. So, okay, feeling cold. Any other side effects? Okay, Mindy, I see you. Mayor Mindy comes in hot with the runny nose. Yeah, you told me some ones, Mindy, that I thought was a little different. So, Mindy, I remember you talking about the sensitive skin of it all. Now, I haven't had that, the sensitive skin, but geez, Louise, I just can't even imagine that it would feel like your skin, it feels, sensitive to the touch. Like that would just be like something that it would drive me crazy. Okay, I'm seeing some good ones in here. Geez, Louise. You guys, you haven't been telling me these things. I thought I knew my people. Okay, so you get very, very cold. I do too. Okay, all right, very good. So again, I have this jacket on. Let's see. Here we go. The most annoying is definitely the constipation of it all. Yes, that constipation will get you. Davina, how are you? I missed you on Friday night. I got to do a pop-up Friday night live one of these days. Maybe when I retire, I'll have more time. All right. You've had extremely oily skin your entire life since I started Zepbound. Your skin has been dry. Well, what are you using for your skin? Anything that works that you could share with us? So Dr. Bobby says no weird side effects. Constipation was the most annoying, but it's mostly gone. Yeah, I can relate to that. And I always thought they say once you go up on the higher doses, your constipation and any side effect could possibly get worse. And actually, my side effects have eased up the higher I have gone. Is that odd? I wonder, is that an odd phenomenon? I don't know. But my side effects, the higher I go, I was so worried about getting to that 12 and a half. I thought, geez, Louise, now one of the things that kicked in was the appetite suppression. I really could not eat in June. It was June, July. So yeah, it was hard to eat. And then eventually I just felt full and like stuffed. And eventually I was able to eat just fine. So yeah, there's that. All right, let's see. You're on 10 milligrams for about 3. Yes, 10 for the win. I was loving 10 too. Yeah, I think I stayed on it for 7 months, maybe 7 or 8. And then the food noise started to kick in. And then also my A1C was like my A1C, and whatever I got going on was duking it out, and it was not moving like we wanted it to move. So 12.5 moved it to where it's now in the normal zone. So how about that? All right. So I don't know what if you are taking Mounjaro, Ozempic, Wegovy, or Zepbound, but if you don't have that A1C issue, I would stay on a dose. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying I stayed on the dose until it no longer worked. Blurred vision. You're having blurred vision. Now, does it frighten you when people say that Ozempic causes blurred vision? That's one of the things they've been talking about and studying. How do you feel about that? Pat, have you talked to your doctor about that? I would definitely talk to my doctor. We did, Miss Davina. We love her point of view. Hair loss, Paula, the hair loss of it all. Your hair loss has been super annoying. Geez, Louise. Okay, and I had some hair shedding too when I first started. And I think maybe because my weight loss has slowed down, like my hair shedding has slowed down too. But I should have brought them up here. One of these days, we're going to talk about hair. And I'll show you. I've showed it before, but it's like you catch it when you catch it, right? So I'm going to show you guys what I've been using, what I've been doing. Maybe in the summertime when I just got time on my hands to show. But I could always bring up like some of the supplements I'm taking. But honestly, everything leads back to food, right? I mean, really, it's how you're eating and not losing that weight super fast. The nutrients of it all. And if you can't get all the nutrients in, then you supplement. You don't supplement because you think like, oh, I can't eat. I don't want to eat broccoli. I don't want to eat spinach. I don't want to eat my collard greens. What else are we? Green beans, asparagus. We supplement because we try to get it all in and we can't, but not instead of, right? And I think some people are doing that instead of, like, they're just like, oh, I'm going to take a supplement, and that's not going to cover it. And plus, those supplements aren't very regulated either. Like I could get a DD supplement going. I mean, it's not really highly, regulated. I would imagine it's expensive to get off the ground, so you don't have to worry about me doing a supplement. Unless somebody out there wants to partner with me and create a supplement, I'm all for it if it works for the before me and everybody else too. But yeah, I just think that we got to remember we got to eat to keep our hair on our on our head. How about that? So MVP, you said no weird ones. Feeling cold is mostly annoying. Yeah, it is. But you got to get that good heating pad, that electric blanket. I got a heating pad, an electric blanket. What else do I have? Oh, and just some good regular blankets. And I'm cozy wozy at the end of the night and whenever I get a chill. Wait, what did Chi Chi say? Did I miss hers or did I forget it that fast? Oh, the oil. Okay, dry skin. Yeah, that is a little different. Okay. Oh, now Darian was the first person I heard say this, like in real time when we interview. Shout out to it's Darian. Check out our interview on Dee Dee's playlist of the interviews. But he said his side effect was smells. And I also, when I was doing some research, Darian, they said that's one of the reasons why people's appetite is so suppressed, because they have these smells and it makes them not want to eat, and it kind of suppresses your appetite, right? From the smells of it all. So how about that? And not being able to sleep, insomnia. Oh, wow. Geez, Louise. Okay, that's not a good one either. And I can see how you could get insomnia. I can see that on the GLP-1. So is there anything you're doing? I do take this at night. Isn't this supposed to help the magnesium? I think it's supposed to help with your sleep. I don't know, but something's helping with my sleep because I'm getting it in. And I'm making sure, and part of it is once I lay down, I could go to sleep, but it's like laying down. And I don't know if you guys know Carrie Ann. She doesn't often come in the chat. She comes in sometimes. But shout out to Carrie Ann, because Carrie Ann recently on one of my posts, the community post, said that that's one of the things she's struggling with is actually getting to sleep. And one of the things that holds her back from that, and I wonder if you're doing this, Darian, is getting on her phone. And that was one of the things holding me back too, is getting on that phone. So one of the things I did was I moved the phone away. Like I have to make a conscious effort almost to get out of the bed to get that phone. That has helped me, moving the phone away. And going to sleep, too. Also going to sleep. I was watching a video the other day and I thought, I don't want to fall asleep on this. I want to sit up. And I thought, I'm just going to lay down. If I fall asleep, I'll catch the replay. I ended up falling asleep. And then on my way to work, I listened to the replay. So yeah, just getting that sleep in, I think is super important. Thanks for sharing that, Daria. Mindy has it too, and no food suppression. So that's another one. Mayor Mindy was telling me about her symptoms. I didn't even know this, Mayor Mindy. So Mayor Mindy, I remember you saying now that you didn't have, because Darian jogged my memory here, that one of the things you also said was you have no food suppression. Anybody else have no food suppression? I mean, geez, Louise, that would be, that's one of the things I'm hanging on to. Is having having food suppression. So to have none, I mean, I can't believe that. So I remember males too. She used to have cold fingertips. Like, where did they do that at? And you're in Florida, so that's saying something right there. Okay, so sometimes Eminem says, sometimes I just don't feel like doing anything. That's another side effect. That's your weird side effect. Sometimes a little fatigue and constipation, but I've always had that. Yeah, I think that kind of side effect is a little bit on the weird side, right? Just like you don't want to do anything, but just lay in the bed. And I think that's one that's a little different, right? Because most people have fatigue maybe that first day or maybe second day after their injection, and then that's it. So that is a weird one. What do you do to combat that? Is there something you do? And I would just say, get your rest. One of the things they tell you is that after you take that injection is to get your rest. So taking that injection, they say a lot of people you could take it whenever, but the morning time might work for a lot of people. But I would say if you got to go to work and you take it on a weekday and then you got to function throughout the day feeling like that, I don't know. I think you might want to take it on the weekend, where if you have an opportunity or whatever days of the week, you have an opportunity to kind of relax. Okay. Davina, having to use the restroom 50 times a day. but you also drink a lot of water. Oh, you restarted a GLP-1. So the first week also flushes out. Yes. And you know what? When I take my injection, I am up using the restroom. I'm using the restroom constantly. Yeah, it's just, it keeps me up. All right, Mindy, I've been getting a runny nose too. Is that a side effect? So a runny nose without any cold, any flu, any sickness, just a runny nose. That's kind of odd. And I feel like my nose is running. Oh my goodness, how about that? Okay, I would have never associated it with the GLP-1 though. So, and that's good to know to be on the lookout for. I haven't heard that one. Okay. Um, let's see, let's see. Um, let's see. Okay, so she says, "Oh wow, that's amazing. Would love to hear the science on that." That's a weird one, man. Yeah, the runny nose of it all. Let's see. We'll have to look that up. Um, Mel says she should invest in the company that makes heating pads. Yes, you got to look up a good one. Let me know what you find out. I think you missed my previous comment. I've also had, Aledonia. I talked about that. Is it called phantosmia? But nothing too severe. Also, I can no longer tolerate spicy food. That is the most annoying side effect. No spicy food. Well, I'm so glad. I've never liked spice. Well, I like a good spice girl, but I don't like spicy food at all. It's not my thing. So, wow, Mindy, I'm sure that's not good for you. Oh gosh, you have a runny nose too. Jeez, Louise. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Journey of Life, how are you? She says, "Oh man, I've had sensitive skin, dry eyes, runny nose, hair loss despite protein intake, constipation, dry skin, cold, and I'm sure there's more. Let me think." So you should be on one of those commercials. You know how they say, like, okay, take this medication, and in the meantime, you're gonna have runny nose, cross eye, yeah, your eye is gonna grow out of the back of your head. You're not gonna be able to sit for 15 days. It gives you the rundown of all these side effects, but it's like whatever the medication is for, you still want to take it because I mean it's worth it. So, and I know we would probably say that the GLP-1 is worth these side effects. Like for some of us, it's like lightweight compared to what it could be. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, April says dry mouth. Round mouth is saying hello to everybody. Okay, April is saying dry mouth. Okay, April. Oh, that's a dry mouth is one of the worst things. I don't really have that too, but that's interesting. Harper and me, or Harper me, how are you? She says, "Good evening, Dee Dee and everyone. Really back fatigue on the first day." Yeah, that first day is a pain in the you know what. Jeez, Louise. Yeah, Mindy, I can't tolerate spicy food or on the pen either. I used to eat the spiciest foods. I do miss. Well, anybody else having a hard time with spicy food? Patty Winnie, how are you? Hi, Tammy, how are you? Welcome in the chat. You remember a creator saying they had blurred vision, but it turned out they needed eye drops for their dry eyes. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I can see that. And I would imagine you would want it to know. Now, if you're somebody that has been diagnosed with being a type 2 diabetic, hopefully you're getting those eyes checked. Now that's something I do yearly, that I need to do yearly. I don't have to go as often. But yeah, so hopefully if you're having that side effect, you're getting that checked out too. Like I'm a big fan of going to the doctor and making sure everything is okay. Now, somebody must have came in this chat. We have 72 people watching, and somebody came in and, oh, maybe it was this comment they wanted me to see. Okay, I was like, something flipped the chat down. Wait a minute. Bellflower. She's been a member for 10 months. Thank you. She says, "I always wonder if it's really the GLP-1, if it's really the GLP-1, if some of these issues were already an issue, whether we paid attention prior to it or not." Yes, and that's what I just said. You probably should check out with your doctor if some of these things are going on, because it could be, the GLP-1, but it could be, some things you noticed before, or, who knows? Things tend to have like a cause and effect, a domino effect, all those things. Insomnia, you're having insomnia. Okay, very good. Well, it's not very good, but I'm glad you have identified it. But when people have insomnia, what are some things that you do? Some of the things I know to do, they don't involve medication. It's, the number one thing is putting those electronic devices out of sight. They say your room should not be light. It should be dark, right? I don't know if we're doing that. You might want to wear that night, that fabulous mask. My daughter wears one from time to time. I never have worn one. But I mean, if I needed it, I would. And then also they say, keeping your house at a temperature of 68 degrees, like being like warm, trying to sleep is not the best, which we know, right? From having some of us from having hot flashes. So, you want to keep that temperature cool. And so those are some of the things. Maybe have some melatonin. Now that never worked for me, but maybe it would work for you. Some what's it called? Chamomile tea. That tea is kind of like calming you down. So some of those things, like have a nice hot glass of tea. Not for nothing, take a nice warm bath, like, to bring your stress down. Like calm down, put you some candles up in there. Dim the lights in that bathtub if you have a bathtub. Whatever you can do to make yourself feel relaxed, just to get that rest in. One of the things that has helped me also, I think, sleep and stay asleep and not get up as much as I was getting up is the walking. Now, I consciously said I'm going to try to get 8,000, 7,000 steps a day, at least 7. And 7 is my goal. But if I get 8, I'm glad for it. So I'm going to show you guys where I'm at now. Can you see? Jeez Louise. Did you see that? Okay, here it is. Oh, wait. Jeez Louise. Okay, here we go. Oh, it tells you on here too, on the face of my watch. Oh gosh. I take it off because I could never put it up to the screen correctly. So the face of the watch shows you how much I have. It shows you all my stats, really. So just in case you can't see that, I have, let's see. Oh, geez. Here we go. 7,246. So yeah, so I have my steps in for the day. I was going to bring my vibrating plate up here and put it under my desk while I chat, but I decided not to because I had reached my steps. But really, I do need something to keep my circulation going because I'm just sitting here chatting it up. And before I know it, I'm 2 hours in sitting down. I went back and revisited one of my videos. I was redoing this thumbnail. And the video, it said it was about sedentary death syndrome, which is, people who sit a lot. And I thought to myself, like, geez, Louise, I got to get my buns moving before I sit down on these lives, So, yeah, and I know people are going to say, oh, you could walk and talk on the live. I've done that before. Usually I do that during the day sometime, not at night because I'm not really set up to in here. But yeah, I know it's things you could do like walk and talk and all that. But yeah, I'm not trying to do that. So right now, but yeah, I just had to say to myself, self, you got to get these steps in before you sit down for this live. So that's what I did. I'm proud of myself. I'm going to give myself some confetti along with my twin, my weight loss twin with this a nice thought she had here. All right, here we go. Let's give us some confetti. We love that. Okay, all right, very good. All right, so I don't know who that was that got me off on this tangent. Was it you, Journey? Journey of Life. Oh, okay. So you'll be on your phone, nodding off. Pammy Whammy says, "Oh my gosh." Okay, Mel says the sleep hygiene is so important. Lack of sleep will slow down weight loss as well. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that it was doing me in December for sure. Carla, how are you? Look at Carla. Carla, I got to see you up close. Like Darian said, with my bifocals on. Jeez, Louise. Oh, what a beauty. I love it. Oh, how are you? Okay, she says, hello, everyone. Fairly new subscriber. You picked up your first prescription of Mounjaro. You haven't taken it yet. Well, you made the first step. Yay. All right, so I love when we have a newbie in here because let's give her some advice, but not overwhelm her. Like if you could give Carla like one piece of advice as she goes in to take that injection, what would it be? Just one thing that you would say to her to just encourage her, or even if you don't want to give her a tip, encourage her. And I'm just going to say, just do it. I'm going to say, just do it. Just start. You know, I know some of us got the injection and took it right away. Some people got the injection and waited until the weekend. So it's Wednesday. So, you know, some people waited to the weekend because they didn't want to take it during the work week. So I'm just going to say, make a commitment to do it. Like pick a day and follow through. So that's going to be my advice to you. You haven't taken it yet. I'm glad you're coming to the lives. Come into the lives and just keep us informed on how you're doing. Ask questions. I'm so excited for you. I feel like this is like like a kid in a candy store. Excited for somebody to to get healthy. And I will say bravo to you for deciding to take charge of your health. I always tell people that when they say they're starting this journey or any health journey, like you have made a decision. So you're already winning, right? It's only up from here. So congratulations. Okay, all right. You said, oh, Pam. Oh, okay. No, we don't want to fall asleep with our earphones in, because that's another thing that's not good. But I've done it before. That's how I know. And my doctor told me, which I didn't even need my doctor to tell me, that's a no-no. Okay, so she says, especially with menopause, hormonal issues, midlife and late life of it all, hair, yes, all those things. We got so many things, especially men, women, all of us. But women, we have that extra layer with the menopause of it all. Now we do realize that there are guys that have andropause too, so that's a thing as well. I mean, it's just so much that goes on. So but you got to tackle what you can tackle, right? Tackle what you can tackle. Do one or two things really well and stack those habits as you go. I mean, that's just, like a proven kind of strategy. I thought I was on 2 different peptides a few weeks ago, and I thought the thought of food made me nauseous. Now I'm only on 1 and a lower dose. I wasn't trying to look like the nightmare before Christmas. Okay, all right, very good. So you quickly realized you had to do something different. I love that. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm scrolling down. Gail, how are you? She says, hello, Didi in chat. How are you? It's good to see you in here. Thank you, Anissa. I appreciate that. We had like 77 watchers. Now we're down to 69. We'll be up and we'll be down. But I don't know how many people are liking it. So I'm just going to try to remind myself to say, like the live. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I just saw I'm at 4,800 members. Subscribers, I should say, subscribers. And I think that's so cool. So we got to keep that going. All right. Hold on. Okay. Hello, Paul, brother Paul. He says, hey, sister Shay and chat. Brother Paul, I was just telling Doses of Shawnee. Love that interview. Love the interview. I couldn't be in the live actually, but I actually caught it and I thought, good job. I love that. So Brother Paul is over there making those interviews happen. We love it. Good for you, Brother Paul. All right, let's see. I'm scrolling down. Shay, my name twin. Did I say hi to you? I don't remember. She says, lightheaded and dizzy. So you're getting dizzy. Jeez, Louise, is that from not eating enough? You said do you think that's from not eating enough at times? Because I know sometimes it's hard to eat. Okay. Oh, this is something. We are twins. I mean, I think I have low iron too. I just got some doctor results. I'm going to share them on. I probably won't talk about that as much, but yeah, I think something's going on with my iron too. I always, have teetered on being anemic, but yeah, that's I just put a note into my doctor about my iron levels. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Here's a weird one. Menstrual cycle is a lot shorter, and that's your favorite. Well, guess what? I don't even have one anymore, so I can relate to that. I love that, Journey. Very good. We love that. Okay. I know you're like glad about that. Short and sweet and out the way. Okay, people are talking to each other. I'm scrolling down. Journey said she wonders that anybody else having that side effect. I don't know. She said her calories are good, ma'am. Let's see. Let's see. We're scrolling down, scrolling down. Let's see. This medicine is going to change your life. Oh, this is the advice for our newbie. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so thank you, Journey. So Journey is saying the medicine is going to change your life for the better. We love that. Leave out your pen 30 minutes before the jab so you don't feel the prick. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, all right, okay, I love that one. Okay, and I leave mine out for 15 minutes. I don't do the whole 30. I don't time it, but I don't leave it. Sometimes I've done it a little cooler. I know they say like it should be the temperature of the pan should be room temperature. And sometimes I haven't done that and I've still been fine. So there's that. But I hear it stings if it's cold. So great advice. Sweet Bee says she took her first Zepbound shot on Friday. You've got this. Very good. Thank you for that. Bellflower says, Carla, you're already taking a great first step, picked up your meds, and you're gathering info. I would say excellent too. She says, I will do that. Thank you for the info. Let's see. You're going to get your life back. You definitely are. Ooh, Mel says to you, start resistance band training. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. We'd love that. Pammy whammy. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just telling you what my doctor said and what I know to be true. What's interesting is, and I shouldn't get off on this tangent, but I will say now I know some people are like, who are these folks? But a lot of the big tech people they don't allow that invented the tech and are involved in tech. They don't allow their kids to use technology. They don't allow them to be subjected to all the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth of it all. So I think you gotta, I always say, if I go in the store, I want to know what the boss is purchasing. I think I told Mel that when she went to Best Buy to get her computer. This was like the summertime, and I said, see what the person who is selling you the computer or a manager, what they have. That's what you want to get, because normally they have the best things. Now, not all the time, but most of the time. So when I go somewhere and they say, what are you looking for, ma'am? What do you have? I want to know what the best is. And so when I hear these people saying they don't let my own kids use these computers and the Wi-Fi, it's something to that. And, a lot of them say they don't even think they should be in schools. And, that's all we do now in schools is we're using technology. So it's interesting. It's interesting. That's another discussion for another day. But it just popped in my head to say that. Okay, so Sweet Bee, you take your first Zepbound shot this Friday. Oh, you said you you're gonna take. Are you saying you're going to take, or you haven't done it yet? I'm confused. Okay, wait, what else? Is anybody else giving her advice? Strength train from the start, don't wait. So Carla, are you already strength training? Do you do that? And so we have 74 people watching, 76. You got to come in the chat. Come in the chat and chat with us. Now, I realize you got to wait some time before you can get up in here. But click on that subscribe and come in and let us know what's going on. Let's see. Okay. All right. We have a not to compare others' journey. She says, best advice, shout out to Taisha, not to compare your journey to others. We love that. Okay. Real MVP says, welcome, Carla. Wishing you great success. I love that. Tracy, hey, she says, hello, everyone. I'm so late. Must watch the replay. Tracy, now what advice? Because you're in the newbie stage too. Like, I think you're in month 1, maybe into month 2 now. It may even be into month 3, but we have a newbie on here. Is there any advice you could give her for starting out her journey? I don't know if you heard me say that or not. But yeah, I think that's so cool. This has made my night that somebody new has come in here and we could maybe help them out a little bit. Or if not, because we're not doctors at all. This is our experience. But we just want you to have a great positive start to your journey. I think that's so important. Okay. So yeah, so Pam, you're saying you just take it right out of the fridge and it doesn't bother you. Yeah, I do too. I have done it. I don't make it a habit of it, but sometimes I forget and I'm like, oh, sometimes I'll lay down and go to sleep and I'm like, oh, I didn't take my injection. And then I have to go and take it. So yeah. And I don't have time to wait. Let's see. So you said I invited a newbie. Her name is Jane. Hope she's on here to learn all this good stuff to help us. Hi, Jane. Jane might be listening and not coming in the chat. So Jane, you got to hit that subscribe button. Come on in the chat and say hello. Thank you for inviting somebody. That is so cool. I love that. Okay, let's see. Who do we have here? Carla, wait. Somebody, wait a minute. Is that okay? Wait, I scrolled down too much. Okay, so Carla says, I already have resistance bands and I do those 3 times. Oh, she is already on it. Go, Carla. Go, Carla. Go, Carla. We got to give you some confetti, Carla. We love that for you. Okay, very good. So you're off to a great start. I love that. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got a super chat. Oh my goodness. Grace, how are you? She says, weirdest side effects. Suddenly forgetting how to hit the like button. Grace, you got me. That is so funny. Oh my goodness. I love that. You know what? When you're a teacher, you just got to have a good sense of humor, don't you, Grace, to make it through the day. Thank you so much. Let's give her a thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where is my thank you? It just scrolled right on past. Never fear. Here it is. Look at this profile pic. Look at you. Jeez, Louise, you look so good. Oh my goodness. I love your profile pic. I love a good profile pic. You guys know I just love that. Okay, very good. Okay, so people are saying hello. Okay, so Tracy, now this is advice from not a newbie totally, but for somebody who is kind of relatively new. And this is what she's going to tell you. I'm excited. Okay, she says, I would say if you're having difficulty getting water down, I started getting 8-ounce bottles and I find it much better to meet my 60 to 70 ounces a day. Well, you know what? Let's have a drink to that. Yay! I love that. I love that. Very good. Water is so important. And I'm going to tell you guys, when I was doing research about, the weirdest side effects and just talking to my friends, talking to my, just people I know, my inner circle group, they're a bunch of smart ladies, like that inner circle group I have. A lot of them are in maintenance, helping me, getting me together. A lot of them are, they just have it down. And so one of the things that they all have in common, and anytime you do research on the GLP-1, I'm going to tell you, if they're not telling you to drink lots of water and stay hydrated, then you're probably on the wrong thing researching, right? Because if you're researching reputable places and you're doing your research and not just going to Chat GTP, I know you guys love that Chat GTP. It's a new guy in town that's taking over Chat GTP though. But if you're on Gemini, wherever you're on, they should be telling you to drink plenty of water. You got to get that water in. That water is going to be so helpful. I think that's why, I'm 53 and I, look kind of okay because I'm drinking water. Like you guys see, this is not for lives. I'm drinking water all the time. And I've always been a heavy kind of water drinker. So I love that. And one of the things I've been doing here lately, now I'm going to save that for Sunday. So I want you guys to come to my live stream Sunday. I'm planning on doing it Sunday, 7:30 Eastern. I'm going to talk about my weight. I'm going to talk about my latest doctor visit. And I'm going to, I'm going into my retirement. I'm down to, I think I have 8 more Mondays before I retire. And I just got a lot going on. I had another death in my inner circle family. That is not directly affecting me, but it affects somebody that I'm close to. So I just have a lot going on. And I told you guys, I'm not going to be in people's lives and out and about in the GLP-1 community like I was before, just because, I just got a lot going on. Then in addition to that, I got my inner circle group and I got my stock club group and I just got a life outside of YouTube too. So So I got a lot going on. But, I say all that to say, join me on Sunday because I'm going to be giving an update. And my goal is to give those like, once a month because I was doing it once a week. And when I started my inner circle group, I had to scale back. So I do want to do that. I want to share with you guys because a lot of you are invested and I appreciate that. The journey, and being invested with me. So yeah, then there's that. So yeah, losing it, Grace, is a beauty for sure. So somebody just said I need to get that water together. Yes, get the water together. And you know what? Start out putting like lemons in it. If you put lemons in it, maybe that'll help. Cucumbers. What else can you put in there? Oranges, like slices. Those sorts of things. Like you just got to be creative with it. I'm just blessed that I love water. Like that's my drink of choice if I had to choose a drink. And one of the things I've been doing is something that I need to stay away from. So I'm going to talk about that on Sunday. I have to remind myself. This is my girl, MVP, coming through. She's the one of these ones in my inner circle girl that's getting the folks. She's getting me together. She always has some good advice. So we got to hear what she's saying. Her, Male to the Beat, Mindy, I would call them like the trifecta. They're in there dropping gems. Okay, so yes, Tracy, great tip on water. I do the same with 16.9 bottles. I can track better that way. Okay, very good. Yes, I love that. Okay, and and that's the thing too. In this big water bottle, I know how many water bottles go in here, but I think if you're starting out and you want to be a lot more accurate with what you're doing, and that's what I started off doing too with just the bottles. I thought that was easier. Actually, I take 3 water bottles. They fit in my lunch bag, and so I take those. So I know, if I drink all those, I know I drank 3 bottles, and then I fill up before I even leave home. So 4 bottles, if I could drink all those at work. Now I'm going to be honest, a lot of days I'm just drinking the 3 and not the 4, and then I drink the rest for at night, which is one of the reasons I'm up using the bathroom so much. So if I could get those drinks in before I get home, the half my day, that really works for me. So we shall see. All right. Thank you for that. You guys this is like a smart chat. I mean, geez, ways. Let's see. Bobby is saying hi to Grace. Everybody's saying hi to Grace. Okay. So Shay, my name twin, says she overworked herself. You're taking a week off working out to rest and reset. Yes, body gave out. Yes, and I'm glad you said that because I think that's okay to do that, right? It's okay to take a break, reset, give your body a break. So I think that's great. Let me give you some confetti because I love that for you. All right. A lot of times we don't take our own advice, sometimes we don't. So I love that. Very good. And you're in maintenance. You are doing such a great job. I just love to see it. All right. So, okay. Tracy is telling Carla she started, giving myself shots in the stomach this week and was fine with no side effects. And I'm going to venture to say too, Tracy, I bet you were eating really well too. I think that eating really helps. And I'm somebody who, I'm somebody who needs the YouTube police after me, as they say. I see Mel saying that. Who are you getting the YouTube police out on? Is that Mel to the B? Positive T says, you're retiring at a young age. Congratulations. Thank you. 53. I know. And usually when you're military, people retire, right? From the military, that's a job, or police officers. But teachers used to be able to retire at 30. I thought I was going to be out at 51, but they moved it up, and then in my state, Ohio, and then they scaled it back. And yeah, and I said, I'm going. I'm not ready, but I'm ready. It's like some things I could do, but I said, I'm just going. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. As it's getting, time to come, it's just becoming a reality. And I'm a little, I'm not nervous. I walk by faith, not by sight. So I walk with God. I do have faith, but I also know that God, gives us, discernment. God gives us people, to mentors and people to watch us and help us. And so, I've done a lot of that. And so I think I'm just ready, Positive T. I think I'm ready. And I love your name, Positive T. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got a super chat. Oh my goodness. Kim, how are you? Oh, Kim, that's so sweet. Thank you. She says, hi, Dee and everyone in the chat. And Kim, welcome to the chat. That's a way to come into the chat. And I mean, have you been in here before? And I just don't know because your profile pic is throwing me off or something. But what a way to come into the chat, giving a super chat. I love that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Looking good. I love these profile pics, the profile pics of it all. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Well, let me give you a thank you. How about that? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. So let's scroll down. Okay. Well, Positive T, you might have become one of my favorite people of all time. Go Positive T. Go Positive T. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jeez, Louise. You know, it's so funny because it depends on what mood my daughter's in, but sometimes she say, Mom, you don't look like you're in your 50s. And then sometimes she'll say, Mom, you're in your 50s. And I'm like, don't remind me. But actually, you know what? I feel blessed. I honestly do. Because I know some people, you know, aren't blessed to make it to 50s, 50 anything. So I embrace my age. I love that. Now, hopefully I'm on here 10 years from now and say, I embrace me in 63. I'm hoping to have the Mel B arms and the Angela Bassett arms going on, the flat stomach. It might be have a little loose skin on it, but that's okay. I love that for myself. Okay, all right. Protein first all the time. Yes. So I, you know, Tracy, I got off you know, my little comment here to Carla when you said you took it in the when you took your injection in your stomach area. That's another thing, you know, I want to say, you know, really you should try. I think you should rotate, but I'm one of those people. Are you guys like this? If something works, you keep doing it. I feel like I need to put on my glasses. If something works, you keep doing it, right? So the stomach was working for me. And then when it stopped working, I went to, and this is for Carla or anybody else, but I started, I did my thigh. I didn't really get good results. I didn't feel like in the thigh. Is that a mental thing or is that a thing? Because I was like, oh, my thigh's not doing a whole lot. Then I ended up going to my, what do you call it? Arm. And I was like, I was shocked I could do my arm. I recorded it on video and everything. I could do my own arm. I thought it was going to be so awkward. It was actually easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now I'm telling you, I don't know if it was like arm intervention kicking in, if it was, you know, I don't know if the injection went down some different veins. I don't know what was going on, but all I know is I dropped 2 pounds or something like that when I was like just having some struggles. I don't know if I started eating, but I don't know. I don't know how to pinpoint it. The only thing that really changed though was I injected in my arm. So I said all that to say, wherever you choose, you know, and go with that. And then just, you know, maybe rotate around. They do recommend that you rotate the area where you're taking your injection. So, you know, good luck, have fun. It's that injection was the easiest part for me. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. I will say that. That injection is the easiest part. Okay, am I missing anybody? And you said you think you did your best in your arm. You might have to go back to it. Yeah, go back to it. If it was working, I say keep doing it. Shay says she went down to strength training 2 days and 2 days core and walking 5 days a week. Okay, all right, very good. If you're liking the way your body is looking and you look good from what I can see, I think you should keep doing that. Thank you, Carla. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, all right. All right, so anybody else want to share some side effects with us? Otherwise, what time is it? We're an hour in. Okay, so we're an hour in. So I'm just going to tell you guys, let's talk about some of these ones. What about the sulfur burps of it all? Are you guys having sulfur burps? Is that a thing? Nobody said that in the chat. Tracy, you started with your thigh. Okay, all right, very good. Cookie! How are you, Cookie? I did not see you. Oh my goodness. Go Cookie, go Cookie, go Cookie. Cookie, you make my live streams complete. So I'm glad you stopped in here or you were in here and I probably scrolled past you. I had so many comments I think I'm down to the bottom, so that's why I started talking about something else. What about the sulfur burps? That was the thing too. I think that was probably the only one that people were saying they have. I've really never had a sulfur burp on this GLP-1, and I can see that food is. Think about that. Especially if you're eating greasy, and I'm not saying you are, but if you're eating greasy and those foods that are heavy. And just think it slows down your digestion. So that food is just sitting up in there, fermenting, right? Getting the gases and everything. And then it comes out and you burp. So, I mean, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Anybody with the sulfur burps? Oh, you have a headache. If you have a headache or nausea, drink water. Yeah, that water is no joke. It really is. And think about it, isn't 70% of our body made up of water? So water is important. I have seen a few headaches once in a while. I think it might, I don't know if you're tracking or not, but it could be that you aren't eating enough. I don't know. That's when I get headaches and stuff, but it could be other things too. I have gas sometimes and I hate it. Yeah. And are you eating anything that's, with the seed oils, greasy? Because that's what they say, like the number one culprit. Now, that doesn't mean positive tea. You have to be doing that fried things, but that's what they say. Let's see. Paul says, I know about those sulfur burps. Always happens when I don't eat enough. Okay, so when you're not eating enough. Okay, very good. All right, so Paul, so we know you got to get, Cookie says, Paul on wheels. I love when she says that. Pow. So yeah, you got to make sure you're eating enough. Okay, so Paul, you're probably on it. Okay, very good. Who else do we have? Let's see. She says, Paul, really, my friend dealt with that on Wegovy. Okay, very good, on Wegovy. And so what did your friend do? Was it that she wasn't eating enough? Gail says, I had sulfur burps on 5.0, mysteriously came and went away. Good. Okay, very good. So they went away. I bet you changed up something you were eating. Golden kiwis are great for constipation. Okay, very good. Golden kiwis. And I also hear, was it pineapples or mangoes, like a mango? So there was some other fruit I heard that was very good for constipation. I need to look into that. I've had them in the past, but not recently. Sulfur burps. Okay, very good. Rosie, thank you for commenting on my videos. You have been on it. I appreciate that. Rosie is on it. Okay, so Chi-Chi says I get horrible burps at the night I take my shot and the day after. Well, I can see that makes sense because that that medicine is kicking back in as you're doing like a reset. It's slowing down that digestion. And that's, that food is it's slowing down, right? It's sitting there. So that makes sense that it would do that. So if I were you those first 2 days, I mean, if I had those sulfur burps, I would have the best diet ever. I would just be eating whole foods and nothing with seed oils in it, any kind of no avocado oil, none of that. Just eating like plain whole foods and, just like it's something you can grow. Not that you're going to grow stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Just as wholesome as you can get it those first 2 days. Because, yeah, I could totally see why that would happen. Let's see. So Journey says, I hate the burps and the other things. Like the first 2 days I took Zepbound. Your kids loved it, me not so much. Yeah, kids get a kick out of passing gas and all that, don't they? They think it's the funniest thing. You said, yes, she said she needed to eat. Wow. Okay. All right. Very good. Some good old fashioned prunes. Yeah, you eat prunes. I'm not a prunes girl. Yep. When I first started my journey, I wasn't eating enough. When I started eating enough protein and everything, it worked out. Very good. I could see that. Oh, yes. Yellow dragon fruit. Okay. Yes. I remember that. Okay. The yellow dragon fruit. Antonio Beth, how are you? Welcome to the chat. I'd love to see a newbie up in the house. How are you? Okay, so you said dragon fruit is supposed to be good for constipation. I've never had problems with constipation. Okay, very good. I love that. Let's see. I didn't really get sulfur burps, just regular burps after I take my your probiotics and greens in the morning, or okay, your protein shake with the coffee. Okay, very good, very good. All right, so let's do a would you rather. Like this game is called Would You Rather. So I want to say something, and I want you to tell me which one would you rather have. Now you don't have to be on the GLP-1 out there in YouTube land to participate. You can just participate because this is something we could probably all relate to. So would you rather just tell me A or B, or you could type it in if you just feel like you want to. So would you rather feel cold all day or sweat randomly out of nowhere? I'm going to tell you, I'd rather be cold all day. So would you rather be cold all day, A, or B, sweat randomly out of nowhere? Which side effect would you rather have? Oh, Mel says A. Me too. Feel cold all day, or would you rather sweat randomly out of nowhere? Oh, we have some variety up in here. Okay, all right. Cold or sweat? Okay. Sweet B says cold, unfortunately. All right, so we got a cold. Downsizing Diva is cold. We got Cass says sweat randomly. Darian is saying sweat. Pammy Whammy sweat. Sweet B is saying sweat. Sweet B is saying cold, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Sweat randomly, says Darian. Oh, Tracy says sweat. Okay. Cookie says be cold. Let's see. Well, I already sweat. All right, so you don't want to add another side effect. You should stick with that one. Okay, all right, very good. All right, so okay, all right. Positive T says cold. My rebellious what is it? Oh, Cookie, a comrade Cookie. Okay, all right. My children got me I love this. A Snuggie for Christmas because I was complaining about being cold. Oh, I know that came in handy dandy. All right, very good. Okay, here's round two. Round two. Reminds me of round mound. Round two. Okay, unfortunately, because I don't want either, but if I had to pick, it would be it could be. Are you saying cold? I can't remember what you said, but you explained it. Yeah, portable heaters are in. We love those too. Okay, round two. Would you rather? Ooh, this is a good one. Feel nauseous when you're actually hungry, which is a thing, or would you rather never feel hungry at all? Which one? Feel nauseous when you're actually hungry, or would you want to never feel hungry at all? I'm going with B because I'm telling you, I hate to be nauseous. That's just like something I don't love, don't like, nothing, not at all. So which one would you rather be? Let us know. I feel smart in my glasses, Darium, and these bifocals, I'm feeling smart. Jeez, Louise. Okay, all right. So okay, we got an A, an A to the A to the A. A is feeling nauseous when you're actually hungry. Okay, we got more. Carla says A. Leslie, a new person. I love what I see. I love my my people, but when I see new people, I like to welcome you in. Wait, that's my girl Carla. Wait a minute. No, Leslie, you're not new. Okay. How are you? Good to see you. I recognize that picture. Okay, so you come in hot with a B. Okay, you said never feel hunger at all. Okay, all right, very good. Oh, my twin is clever. Okay, so we got Carla. Polly Paul, you crack me up. You are hilarious. Everybody dance. Everybody dance now. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't that a song? Dun, 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 dun. Dang, I wish I could sing, Paul, like really, really sing. Okay, all right. Wonder what it feels like. Because you don't have appetite suppression. Oh, dearie, I'm so sorry about that. Geez, Louise, Cass, never feel hungry. Okay, so we never feel nauseous. Oh, Leslie, thank you. She says, hi to you, Shay. Thank you for coming in. That's so sweet. I feel like we're friends. You said my real name. I want to be hungry sometimes. Little nauseous isn't bad. I don't like feeling nauseous. It's just not good. Yeah, I don't want to get nauseous. Okay. Mel says she wants to be hungry sometimes. Okay. And Tracy says, no, ma'am. And then we got Rosie. Rosie said, never feel hungry on semaglutide. Got nauseous, not hungry, not on tirzepatide. Yeah. So you never felt hungry on, when I was on semaglutide or semaglutide, I couldn't feel hungry because I always felt sick. I always felt nauseous. Did you feel that too? Yeah, on semaglutide, you got nauseous. I say semaglutide, semaglutide. Yeah, that was my experience. It makes you nauseous. I was taking Ribelsis, before I started tirzepatide. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got a newbie in this chat. Wait a second. Sean Collins, how are you? How are you? She said, Shauna from Houston. Hello, Houston, Texas up in the house. And we got a lot of Texas folks. And I don't know if they're all up in here tonight, but we normally have a lot of Texas people. So thank you for coming in the chat. So Shauna, would you rather feel nauseous when you're actually hungry, or would you rather never feel hungry at all? Okay, so let's go to round 3. Okay, always nauseous. Yeah, that semaglutide is no joke. Would you rather, have your favorite foods taste weird, or nothing you eat ever sounds good to eat? Well, which one would you like? Your favorite foods taste weird, or nothing ever sounds good to eat? Which one? I have to think about that one. Sometimes food never feels good to eat for me right now. So I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to go with B. Because when I want something that's my favorite food, I don't want it to taste weird. Sorry. No, ma'am. I want it to taste good. So I'm going with B. A was your favorite food tasting weird, or B, nothing ever sounds good to eat. Which one do you think? All right, people out there watching in YouTube land, all these people watching, you got to subscribe and like the live too. Oh, we got a lot of bees. I'm like, how do we have to see? Because it's Darium. Thank you for welcoming Shauna. I appreciate that, everybody. Okay, so Carla, okay, she said that's a hard one. It is. I'm going with B though, Carla, because sometimes I feel like that too. Like nothing ever sounds good, and I just eat what's in there, but it's like it doesn't sound good. All right, so and Darium is saying, All right, so I did want to say Darium is over on because we got some newbies in here now. Darium is over on Substack. And he has a little, I shouldn't say little, but a vlog over there. I say little to everything, Darium, so don't take offense, but I say little this, little that. So he has a vlog over there on Substack. So look up Darium. Darium, put your vlog information in there. Wait, oh my gosh. No, I don't see my girl up in here. Oh, you made my night. Oh, well, on top of everybody else. Oh my goodness, Brown Velvet, is that you? I just love you. Jeez, Louise. Oh my gosh, she's one of my old time subscribers from a year or two ago. And we, sometimes we email with each other and we haven't talked in a while. So I am so excited to see you. She came in with that beautiful pic saying, hey, hi. It is so good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Okay, so let me just real quick put what you guys are saying up here. Okay, so we got Darium. Let's see, Darium. Substack is a little bit harder because people, if they're not familiar with, the platform, we gotta get folks over there. Okay, all right. And so this is Darium. Let's see. Okay, The Messy Middle. Okay, that's what it is. The Messy Middle by It's Darium. Okay, so yeah, go and check out. You've had a couple of posts, and see, that's the thing. People think you're not supporting because you're not making a comment, and I don't always make a comment. But your last one, not this last one, but one before that. Oh my God, it almost had me in tears reading it. It was so good, so good. I said, I got to go back and comment. And so I started to send you an Instagram message too. So I read it and I just thought it was excellent, excellent, excellent. So yeah, link in my bio. I love that. Okay, all right. So here, let's go to this one. Round 4. It says, would you rather A, deal with sulfur burps, or B, deal with constant bloating? Deal with sulfur burps or deal with constant bloating. How about that? Which one would you rather? Okay. Ooh, I'm going with the constant. Well, I don't know. Who wants to be bloated? Jeez Louise, that's a hard one. Oh my God. So would you rather have constant bloating and I'm sorry, A is dealing with the sulfur burps of it all, or B is constant bloating? Jeez Louise. Which one would you rather deal with? Oh, that's a hard one. Okay. Somebody said bloating. I might have to go with bloating. Uh, oh, thank you. Oh, I just adore you. I do. I do. I do. Oh gosh, I remember. Um, our little chats. So I love that. Okay, so bloating, she says, at least it's getting out. Hey, at least it's getting out. I guess that's true. If you think about it like that, one, the sulfur burps are staying in, right? And the bloating is staying in, the sulfur burps are getting it out. So that's a great way to look at it. Okay, I love that little perspective. Okay, Shaw is saying, Shauna is saying A. Okay, all right, we love that. I haven't had the sulfur burp, so you're gonna go with yeah. I love that. Okay, all right. All right, very good. Now this is why my minds are on it. Here we go. There's Darium Substack. If you're in the chat, click on that. If you want to just quickly subscribe. Let's see. Okay, all right. Sulfur burps. Oh, Nicole, how are you? She says sulfur burps because I don't know what those are. Now, that's literally a question for you. How are you? Because I remember the last time you were going through some things. So how are you doing? Never had sulfur burps, so I'll go with that. Bloating takes you back to your pre-GLP-1 days. Yes. Oh my goodness. Great point. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Um, mm, mm, mm. Okay, all right. All right. What about let's see. Yeah, thank you to my mod. She is on it, on it, on it. Both of my mods are just awesome sauce. Okay. All right. So round five. Okay, here's round five. We have a couple more and then we're gonna get out of here. Round five. Here is would you rather? Ooh, ooh. Would you rather smell everything super strong? Like, and I'm not saying it's gonna be yucky, but just would you rather smell everything super strong, or would you want to lose interest in food completely? Like, which one would you rather? Smell everything super strong or lose interest in the food completely? Which one? Oh, I'm trying to think what I want. I'll just lose interest in the food. I don't want to be smelling stuff super strong. No, thank you. I am good. I'm good because I'm not promised it's all going to be like something you want to smell. So I'm going with B. I want to lose interest in it. Let's see. Let's see. How about okay, all right. So I don't know where I left off. Let's see. Okay. So Brown Velvet says B. Okay, so what is B again? Oh, lose interest. Okay, another B. That is hard. Yeah. And she said everything. No, thank you. Smell everything. Okay. A. Okay. All right. B. I need food. I want to lose interest too, MVP. I think I'm going with that one. Let's see. Oh, a bunch of comments came and it like moved the chat up super fast. Oh, so you lost your sense of smell and it never came back. You are kidding. Now I'm not going to put that on the screen because it says that the word we're not supposed to be saying out here on YouTube, but not a bad word, just a the word, the sickness word. Okay, so lose interest in food. Okay, very good. So Darium is going with C again. Which is not on there. Lose interest. Okay. Very good. Okay. Let's see. All right. It has to be really strong smell for me to smell it. Wow. Jeez Louise. Hold up. Wait a minute. Tommy, how are you? She says it's good to see you and everyone here. Yes. How are you doing? Oh my goodness. I was just talking about you, Tommy. I was telling Mel how I remember seeing you, and it was on YouTube, but it wasn't about the GLP-1. It was another one of your channels. And when I saw you come in the chat, like, I don't know how, this has been months since you started coming in the chat and started the GLP-1. And I was like, that's that lady I used to watch on her other channel. So how are you? How are you doing? I got to get over there. My spring break, I'm going to try to get over there to some of these channels that I've been watching and not commenting or, catching here and there, but just on the go, Tommy. Tommy, did you know I'm retiring? I am retiring. So I've just been busy as a bee trying to wrap my school year up and everything else. All right. So it's good to see you, Tommy. You said you lost your taste for food once. I can enjoy that feeling again. Oh yeah. Oh man. All right. Now I don't mind that because I just, cutting back on food is not something something I don't need to do. I need to do. I could use it. Trying to get that protein in. I feel like I'm eating and eating, and it's different when you're eating healthier. It's like, who's overloading on broccoli and chicken? But if it was like a pizza or something like that, I could definitely overeat it. So losing interest would be good for me. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Now, this is an interesting one. Would you rather have brain fog all day or be physically tired but mentally alert? So your brain is in a fog, you can't get it together, or you're going to be physically tired. Which one? Now, that's an interesting one. Which one would you rather have? People are saying hello to Tommy. Tommy says, congratulations, you're just a retired. Oh, she loves it. Wow, very good. All right. I love that. She retired from the VA a month ago and loves it. Very good. Good. Tell her congratulations. We love that. Okay. All right. See, some people are saying, okay. Oh, okay. MM says B. What was B again? Be mentally, physically tired. So you rather be physically tired. Okay. You know what? That's an interesting question. I'm going to say, because I'm going through this now, I would rather be physically tired but mentally alert because I'm going through like the brain fog sometimes of it all with the menopause. So I'm going to go with that one too. That's interesting. Okay, you say neither. You can't choose neither. You got to pick the lesser of two evils. How about that? Okay, so you already have brain fog, so you'll stick with that. Yeah, if I already got it, I got that physically tired, so I'm sticking with that one. The brain fog, I do have that too, and I'm telling you, I don't like it. I already deal with fibromyalgia. Oh, I'm so sorry. Jeez Louise, I know that's not fun to deal with. Now you told me an update, and I think somebody came in the chat. A bunch of people made a comment at once, and it scrolled up. I thought you were telling me, Nicole, how you were doing. And where is it? I don't know. Okay. Did I miss it? I'm sorry if I skipped over it. It's because the chat scrolled down super fast. I don't know. Mel B, if you see, or Nicole, if you see her, Nicole's comment, was she telling me how she was doing? Can you copy that and put it back in there if you can do that? Because I can't find it. Or tell me the time. Brown Velvet is already experiencing premenopause brain fog, so you stick with a consistent symptom. I agree. Me too. Okay, so Tommy is saying she'd rather be tired, and I'm with you have the menopause symptoms also. I had my husband pull over so I could get out of the car. The anxiety kicked in. Oh no. Jeez Louise. So are you doing something to treat your symptoms, or are you just naturally doing something? Are you taking HRT, like BHRT? Is any of that going on? You said you're tired but alert after you nap. Okay, very good. Yeah, that tiredness, I wasn't expecting that to be a side effect. Were you guys? I really was not. You have lupus and fibromyalgia. It's rough. Oh my gosh, yes. Jeez Louise, I hope you ladies are finding some relief in something. My son bought me Girl Scout Thin Mint cookies, my favorite, saving them for the weekend, my no restriction days. Okay, very good. I just totally didn't buy the Girl Scout cookies. So I'm proud of myself. Okay, you just started. I need to see my doctor for something. Okay, very good. How can I think you were saying, how long does the tiredness last? My tiredness lasts just a couple of days. Like the first day after I take the injection, like that first day that I take at night, because I take mine at night, and then into the next day. And that's like 2 days max, not really over 2 days where it's like, oh, I'm noticing that I'm tired. So yeah, so there's that. All right, let's do one more. Let's see. What about lose all desire for alcohol, or have alcohol hit you way too fast? Which one would you rather? Now, I don't really indulge, but if I were to have a cocktail, let me take a sip on that. I think I would rather lose all desire for alcohol because I don't even want it. But so lose all desire for alcohol or have it hit you way too fast. Having it hit you way too fast, now I could have a glass of wine or like a little cocktail if I wanted to and be fine. Like, even though I don't really drink, so it's going to hit me fast anyway because I'm not a drinker. But remember, on top of, just that the fact that I'm not a drinker, that GLP-1 is slowing down my digestion, and that's going to make the alcohol hit so fast. So I know some people who used to can take them down are struggling now on the GLP-1, but they're still drinking. They didn't totally give it up. And somebody I know said it tastes different. I don't know if you said, you guys, you got to go watch my video. I talk about this in my video, how, I know people who said that alcohol does not taste the same. I mean, did you ever think you would experience that? So most people are saying A. One thing I will say is these medications are helping with that impulse desire. Yeah. Well, name twin, we're twinning in that avenue too. But when we have the DD's meet up this summer, I will have a cocktail, mocktail. I will do that. Don't drink very often, but when I do, it's to get. What? Oh my goodness. Jeez. Louise. Okay. All right. Okay. So you're saying, oh, your daughter started Tirzepatide and is doing great on it. She's down 50 pounds so far. She does not see it, but I do. She does not see 50 pounds. Her confidence has lifted so much. Well, go back and show her this little part because I'm about to give her some confetti. Yes. Go, 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 go. 50 pounds down, 50 pounds down, 50 pounds down. Yeah, I can see her not seeing it, because she's so used to seeing herself. But maybe, can you not look at yourself for a couple days in the mirror? Like, is that a thing? I wonder if I could do that. Because I have a mirror. I just kind of walk past it. I brush my teeth. I have a mirror there. But maybe if she didn't look at herself or, focus in on how she's looking or, make a conscious effort not to look at herself, or maybe show her pictures. I know, Mom, you got some pictures you could show her. Show her a big picture of now and then show her pictures that you had before that 50 pounds. She might see it then, because that's usually what gets us, right? Those pictures, the pictures of it all. Yes. Mel says, I don't mind a glass of champagne or two, but it's usually every 2 or 3 months. Well, save it for 3 months because we're going to be meeting up at the DD's meetup, and you can have a glass of champagne. MVP, save it for the meetup. I don't know if you said you were having some drinks or not, but yeah. She was over 300 pounds at one point. Okay. And you know what? When I lost 50 pounds, because I was over 300 too, yeah, it is hard to see. You're going to have to show her some pictures to really have her see it. But you know where I can see it, though? In my face. Like, my face is a place where I could really see it. Let's see. I don't know. It's Mel. I don't know if it's who Mel is saying she's just kidding. But congratulations to your daughter. Okay, with that said, that is it. That is our weird side effects. Anything else anybody want to celebrate or share? I just want to say thank you to the newbies that came in the chat today. I appreciate you. I'm praying, you have the best of luck on your journey. Come back with us every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. And we're going to be, talking about some topics, but also just, having fun and sharing our journey. So I appreciate that. And Tommy, tell your daughter good luck. Bring her to the chat. Come on, bring her to the chat. Let's see. I love that for her. Let's see. I think we have a comment. Grant, did I see you, Grant? I think I did see you. Grant has never had a drink either. Never. Did Darian say he's never had a drink? Okay, very good. You know what? I'm going to give you some confetti for that because in a world of everybody having a cocktail mocktail, you haven't even had a cocktail. I love that. Oh, my goodness. I love that. Very good. Very good. Let's see. And Darian, that was for you too. All right. Well, did I know Smoothie King has GLP-1 smoothies? They are delicious. No, this is a fun fact. My daughter's godmother, she's my BFF. She one of them. She owns it. She used to own 3 Smoothie Kings. She lives in Texas. Oh my gosh. But hers were in Dallas, Texas. Then you say you were from Houston. And she owned 3 Smoothie Kings. She sold them. It was a lot going on. That's a story for another day. But she sold the 3 Smoothie Kings. But yeah, and she used to have my daughter on there. I don't know on your Smoothie Kings, but she used to post. I guess if you have a franchise, you could do kind of things you want to do. But she would post my daughter drinking those smoothies. I used to go to Smoothie King once a week. Even though I'm in Ohio, she's in Texas, I thought, I'm supporting Smoothie Kings. That was my way of supporting her. And to have my daughter, I sent her the picture of my daughter so she could put up, my daughter drinking the smoothie. So how fun is that? All right, so check out, if you want to check it out, I would just watch out for the sugar intake of it all. I don't know, if you're putting sugar substitutes or whatever. I just know those smoothies could have lots of sugar, but if you could pile up with some of the good stuff, the veggies, not, spinach or fruit, that's going to be super tasty. I love a good smoothie. I really do. All right. So with that said, I'm going to say good night. It was a good night. Thank you guys. Kashna, I emailed you back. Did you see it? Did you see my email? I did email you back. I got a couple emails I got to get to, but I emailed you back. Hit me up. All right. Thank you, everybody. I saw my two mods telling people good night. So Mel says good night. And we're going to end it with my twin saying good night. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. I will see you guys on Sunday. Wait a minute. We got some members. Oh, wait a minute. We got a new member. Jeez, Louise. Now, I thought you already joined Grant as a member. But welcome again. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I need to pump up my membership more, but I can only do so much. But I am going to pump up my membership more and do more. I was doing a lot and then I scaled, not a lot, but I was doing some things and scaled back, and I'm going to pick it back up again. So thank you for joining. Everybody, thank you for stopping in. It was a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a safe week, and God's blessings to you all. Love you. Good night.